Free Geometry Dash games are very controversial, with most levels seen as rushed and poorly designed. So with Fangames recently taking the community by storm, I want to answer one big question. Have we made better games than RobTop? Check out this innocent fan-made teaser uploaded by Joba on Twitter. I sure hope greedy YouTubers don't— oh shoot, Mika clickbaited it. This video opened the floodgates and caused many YouTubers to make their own bad remakes to cash in. Geometry Dash Razorleaf was no longer an innocent image, but now a tool used to trick 8-year-olds into watching banger levels like Event Horizon. Definitely not just a nerfed copy of Erebus. Okay, this guy is even trying. It wouldn't take long for Fangames to become terrible and bland, and while some creators genuinely try to make great creations, they were overshadowed and Razorleaf burned into obscurity. Until over 5 years later, a creator by the name of Ellipsentra would see this infamous trend and decided to create his own fan game, but with his own levels. Shocker, I know, so let's take a look. After entering the Leafwood Forest, I would snatch this key. I sure hope you aren't given a coin for free after— you are given a coin for free after this. Tell me, what gives you more happiness in life? The feeling of snatching this precious gold or some lame key? Yeah, I'm taking the former. At least the soundtrack is a banger. And the gameplay didn't put me into a sleep-inducing coma despite being 3 stars. This already looks way better than OG Razorleaf. Though, things begin to look worrying with Aurora Theory, as while the decoration was nice, the gameplay felt a lot less playtested, and I constantly died to things that didn't feel like my fault. Maybe Ocean Paradise Plane will redeem this. Off the bat, the theme is strange, considering this has been a game about, you know, forest. But there's lava everywhere in Subzero, so I'll let it slide. The start of the map is very reminiscent of a custom level, as while the designs look unique, everything looks like a spike waiting to end your run. There are invisible portals everywhere, and this portal decided that it's nothing like all these other portals and has died for some reason. Scientists will cure cancer before they find out what this portal was for. Just like scientists wonder why you aren't subscribed. I'm waiting. Before this fan game, I was super hyped up to play the new swing mode. It's very underutilized in custom levels, but by now, I just wanted my misery to end. Why are there gravity portals in the swing? The swing can already flip gravity, so this is just so— and don't get me started on these coins. Go through a wall. Hey, this one ain't that bad. Go through a wall. You can make this a fast food menu item. Hey, can I get 2 wall coins with the side of, I don't know, collecting another key for a coin? Despite the flaws of these maps, it is miles better than the OG Razorleaf, and I'll need these cuties to slide their numbers. It's nice to see that one image could turn this into such an interesting project, but can it beat? As Update 2.2 took longer and longer, many players began growing exhausted from the wait. If RobTop wasn't gonna give us 2.2, then we'd make it ourselves. And so, the Industrial Revolution for fan games would soon begin, with the most popular and significant of these being Geometry Dash Breeze. Similarly to spin-off games like Subzero, it starts off great with Over the Cloud and— both of these levels are bangers and have awesome soundtracks. However, this fan game begins to fall apart when you approach the harder stages, like Bitsplosion. Wow, it's almost like the level copy not only explores decoration, but also its terrible gameplay. I wonder if these mid-coins are a prediction of what the coins will be in the finished version of Explorers, looking at Rob's recent track record. I mean, you literally just click a toggle orb and get a coin. It doesn't get any more unoriginal than that. Fortunately, the level realizes readability is a thing and is a lot more readable for the rest of the level. Man, I should be a stand-up comedian. After this short fun section, we return back to this Explorers Type B and switch game modes every other second like we're playing a Twitter layout. What's funny is that it feels like a free Geometry Dash app. The quality gets progressively worse and it never receives update. Wait, Breeze was actually updated, adding 6 more levels. Spin-off games getting updated, society is healing. I'm talking about you, Third World Island. Unfortunately, as it goes on, it gets worse and worse. Shocker. While Skittles was a banger, maps like Cloudbuster were the complete opposite. Our first boss fight level? Interesting. Now let's do a quiz. Is the boss well indicated? Yes, 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 or yes. Well, if you guessed any of those, you are dead wrong. Almost none of the attacks are indicated. I thought we learned to not do that in 2016. It even fades out on a drop. Disgusting. Wait, is that a demon? That's right, just presumed off of all the previous levels and that it's a demon, you can make a pretty good guess on how bad it is. If you told me this was a weekly demon from early update 2.1, I'd believe you. And the ending made me feel like I had over 200 beats per minute. My heart must have been working overtime. So, was this it? While RobTop might have suffered the same fate with the spin-off games, they were at least filled to the brim with original inventions and creative ideas. While games like Breeze either lacked identity because they were trying to copy RobTop too hard or completely went off the deep end. And it was safe to say Rob was still the goat of side games. Until a trailer came out for a new fan game, Deeper Space. This was the sequel to a spin-off Manix made over 5 years ago. While these levels were okay, they were eventually forgotten by mostly everyone, except Manix, who is now looking to make a truly legendary side game. Since the community was exposed to the new 2.2 features for far longer at this point, the future looked bright for once. Could this rival RobTop himself and be the redemption of fan games? Let's find out. Our first level would be Cosmic Dolphin, which is created by the GOAT Manix. It starts off with great decoration and simple effects that truly feel like something Rob would do, but it quickly outshines him with his swing section, which is fun for both noobs and pros, as while noobs focus on dodging these stars, pros can focus on coin maxing for this third coin, leading us to the most mind-blowing segment of the level. Seriously, this is beautiful. I've never seen this kind of effect done before, and it fits the theme so nicely. Also, this might be a hot take, but the air trigger introduction is even better than Rob's introduction in Dash, ignoring the beginning of course. Well, okay, every fan game so far has started off great. What makes this special? Well, the levels only get better and better as it goes on. While the style and groovy tower is admittedly simpler here, the gameplay in sync is great. And coins like this one, where I stole this Chumpy's precious gold that might have caught me a criminal charge, are great. I even love how the background gradually adds more details as it goes on, going from simple buildings to massive castles in the clouds, something that isn't really possible with one of the boring default backgrounds. After this extremely well crafted castle part that somehow seamlessly incorporated cubes into the block design, we approach this part, which is like that one feeling where the final mission is named after the game. This tower segment, might I say, is even better than RobTop's. There's way less waiting and it feels like you've actually escaped, well, a tower, especially when the satisfying flag animation happens. Clown Party was another level created by Manix, and...
Hold it! Cobb, as someone with a clown license, I think I should handle this one. Let's get crazy! The start seemed one-dimensional until I realized that I could bonk clowns for money. Let me rephrase that, hit or strike clown noses to get the coin. The balloon mechanic is great as well. This next part reminds me of that one time I got lost in a funhouse, and this next part looks like a Mario game. Chaos, chaos! This Deltarune-inspired effect goes hard. On this stage, you're not just a clown, you're the entire circus. This part has so much charm and great storytelling. I just wish Manix added a reference to the amazing digital—
Alright, no more clowning around. Even though these fireworks gave me a heart attack, this is easily one of my favorite levels of all time. I don't have words for how goofy yet well crafted this section is. It had me smiling the whole way through. This level oozes with originality and proves that Manix is still the GOAT after all these years. But this wouldn't be Manix's last level in the series, and the final thing he created was insane. But before we get to that, this is Fire Exit. While I do have nitpicks like this part that teaches you that falling into lava gives you teleport powers, it makes up for it with well-crafted parts like this that are super creative. Some people are saying that there wasn't that much time to react, but that just seems like a skill issue. While this part is random, it's still very fair and fun. In this part, you're forced to descend a burning tower rather than climbing it. It also has a banger coin here, where you skip all of the X-marked blocks to reach it. This part is so clever that I had to use alternative methods to figure it out. It's great to see that this level is OSHA certified though. Phone Me First is also a banger. I love how the level takes custom level type gimmicks like skipping orbs for a coin and telegraphs it into such an easy to understand way. Many parts of this level take aspects of Dash and transform them in interesting and original ways. And small details like these skulls spinning towards you feel like such a RobTop thing to add. Great level all around, I don't really have any complaints. On the Run has energetic gameplay with amazing sync. This level is so well made and polished that I don't have a lot to say about it, aside from this lovely comment interaction. So why did you put a jump indicator with 92% ticked?
Thank you to the guy that died at 92. You saved my life. That jump indicator was in fact a traitor.
Although this couldn't all just be clowns and rainbows. How we win is the most controversial level yet. A lot of people were talking about how this is the least official feeling level out of the whole fan game. And while I agree, I don't think that's a bad thing, as it brings a ton of cool ideas to the table. Like these rolling thorn monsters they have to dodge, or this unique mechanic where you dash into slopes and click for a boost. While it was frustrating at first, once I got the timing down, it was satisfying to pull off. Though the later half of the level gets pretty confusing, I must say. There's this cool gimmick of hitting these blocks to change the type of launch pad, but it's really awkward when you're going fast, and the troll orbs certainly don't help. The ending does make up for it though, with another cool gimmick of swapping 2 players out each time you enter a pipe. Too bad there's a secret way in practice mode. Criticism aside, I don't think the level's bad. Some parts are splendid, and this is easily one of the most original Deeper Space levels. I just think the gameplay could have used more work, although I understand that it may not be for everyone, including me. While this level might have been weaker compared to the others, there was still one level left. Both the iconic Laser Blitz and Mannix collaborated on the final level like the good old days, to form one of the craziest demons I've ever seen. The level starts off great, and while you may think these cuties are just air decoration, they're actually part of the gameplay, levitating you up. You can even hit this background orb, whatever you call it, to play as part of the background, which is awesome. After this amazing swingcopter drop and this spider that you thought I was gonna make a joke about, we entered this cool VVVVV-esque part where you go off screen to access the other side of the map. I hope more people use this gimmick. It's learny but not in a forced way, and this hologram art is awesome. I wish I was skilled enough to enjoy the gameplay, as parts like this where you traverse from planet to planet, a nice callback to Super Mario Galaxy, looks like a blast to play. But even this is nothing compared to this boss fight, which makes Generation Retro look like a terrible level. I could talk about this part for hours. It's super well synced, feels cohesive, and most importantly, is peak cinema. I especially love this part that creatively remixes the original Space Invaders. How do you even come up with this kind of stuff? Finally, the level closes off with a calm but atmospheric ending, as you slowly trudge along these meteors. Overall, an awesome level. I'm surprised it didn't get legendary. So, with this controversial history of fan games, we come to one final question. Has the community outdone RobTop? While we have certainly outdone Rob in quality and have done stuff that Rob would never consider doing, RobTop will always be the king of simplicity. And the point of Geometry Dash has always been that he makes the tools, and we the players do whatever we want with it. And hey, YouTube thinks you'll enjoy this video, so see if they're right. And as always, thanks for watching.